A long time ago, I had a good friend of mine notice that I had problems with my skin, and he asked me what it was, and I told him it was dermatitis or psoriasis, depending on which dermatologist you want to believe or listen to. And he told me about a friend of his that could get rid of it. And of course I was skeptical, but willing to try anything. So I go meet this guy. His name was Bert Seelman, and he tells me about a lot of things of that I'm putting in my stomach that I shouldn't, things that I should be putting in there that I'm not. And he told me, he asked me a lot about my diet, things that I was eating, and he asked me how many meals I eat a day, and I said 3, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he said, any snacks? Yeah, a couple of those, sometimes, maybe not. And he said, okay, how many bowel movements do you have a day? And I said, 1 every morning, without a doubt. And he said, what happened to the other 2 meals? And I was like, what do you mean, it's still in there? Where did it go? And he said, well, if you think about it, animals or young children, when they eat, they get rid of it. So he said, you've got issues with storing that. And he said, as long as those foods stay in your intestinal tract, they're going to infest, and that's where major problems are coming from. So I started doing the things that he told me to do. I started eliminating certain things out of my diet, putting things in my diet, doing certain supplementation. And in no time at all, I started seeing results in my skin that I hadn't seen in years, going to different dermatologists. And I thought, this guy really knows what he's talking about. So I got on his program, and I worked at my diet. I worked at exercise. Finally, I thought, this guy, he's got so much knowledge, I wanted to work with him. So I started working for him, and he started showing me that a lot of his clients, a lot of the women clients, were having so much problem with their digestive tract that they wouldn't even have bowel movements for days, sometimes a week at a time. And he started pinpointing all these problems with these women are destined to have major problems down the road. Yeah, one lady that we worked with, that Bert had given her to me as a client, had all kinds of intestinal problems. We started working with her on her diet. She started, went through a cleanse, started getting rid of a lot of the problems that she was having in her intestinal tract, and she even passed a tapeworm. She got all kinds of results, dropped probably 25% in her body fat, started, her energy level picked up. She was just as happy as she could be, lost dress sizes, just did well. It didn't really matter what person walked in the door, what gender, what age. Everything that that Bert teaches works on literally everybody. People would come in and be skeptical, just like I was, and start to maybe even argue with him. And he would say, if you are a human being and you eat food, you will see results from this just by making the changes in the foods that you eat. Most people put too much emphasis on exercise, when Bert has proven to me and all of his clients over the years that nutrition is first and foremost. Next comes rest, and exercise is last. Exercise is good for helping build lean muscle and reducing pounds of body fat, but if you don't have the nutrition and the rest, the other one doesn't make any difference.